Looks like this episode is setting up a pretty intense battle with Deku. Yo, what's good? It's the boy Did Reviews, and happy spoilers for My Hero Season 6 Episode 20, You've Been Warned. We start the episode with a bunch of civilians attacking this half dino, half bunny lady, and she seems to be a regular civilian, and Deku is trying to protect her and trying to convince the Freeman to not attack her. It looks like in these dark times, these civilians are starting to get pretty paranoid. I'm guessing some people may think that she is some sort of quirk-powered person. The civilians hating the heroes and the villains. It's interesting because we see these type of characters, these like half human, half animal like characters, and some of them don't really have any like special powers. They just so happen to look like that. I don't quite remember the reasoning behind this, but whatever the case is, it's starting to show some sort of discrimination between the quirk powered people and the non-quirk powered people. But I like how Deku is just sort of reassuring her and just checking up on her and just making sure that she's not feeling too bad about the situation. All Might gives him a packed lunch and takes the poor lass to a shelter, and Deku smiles. It's nice to see that Deku hasn't completely changed and lost his humanity, because in the last episode that dude thought that Deku changed a lot. It did give us vibes that Deku was starting to go down a slightly dark path with his current state of mind, but no, he's the same old Deku, which is nice to see. We then cut to Deku's mind and see the previous users of One For All. The main brother dude talks to the two dudes standing against the wall, and they talk about how they lived during the cruelest era, the height of All For One's power. The way this dude is talking about this era, it sounds like a nightmare, dude, like All For One controlling people and just wreaking havoc, these two trying to fight against him. And then we cut to this flashback scene of the two men saving the All For One brother, and it looks like if those two hadn't saved him, then the power of One For All wouldn't have been passed on. So in a way, these two began the journey of One For All in a way. When I first saw this dude with the red hair, I honestly thought it was Bakugo and some sort of tie into that My Hero Academia second movie when Bakugo obtained that One For All power, but it's not, it's just a different dude. Endeavor fights some villains and defeats them, and then one of the villains tells him that when it comes down to it, all the chaos and carnage happened because it was his fault. And in some way, it kinda is. And it kinda isn't. Endeavor accepts this and he knows that he has to right the wrong in a way. But man, the civilians do not love Endeavor at all. Throwing rubbish and junk towards him, cursing him, saying that it's all his fault, criticizing what his son Dabi did, burning innocent families. Yeah, it's a pretty sucky time to be a hero right now. Deku comes face to face with the woman from the prison, Lady Nagant, and it looks like she was part of a similar organization to Hawks, as Hawks warns Deku about her, and she's pretty damn good with the gun. Her quirk is pretty damn interesting. She uses her hair as bullets, and then her arm as a gun. No wonder she was part of the Public Safety Commission. We see a little bit of Overhaul just absolutely being a shell of his former self, only talking about his pops. We then flash back to when she saved Overhaul and she confronts All For One. And All For One pretty much wants to use her to try and kidnap Midoriya. All For One then reveals that she killed a hero that was a comrade of hers. According to All For One, she also craves the destruction of the Hero Society. But I am curious, who was this hero she killed and why did she kill him? Was it an accident or did she do it on purpose? All For One then gifts her with the power of walking in the air, and it looks like she and Deku are about to have an intense battle. Overall, this was a pretty damn amazing episode. The second half of the episode was really great. I loved the dark color palettes and the vibrant colors on the character designs, and Deku's animation of him using Black Whip swinging around kind of reminded me of Spider-Man / some of the ODM gear sequences. I feel like the animators at Studio Bones listened to the fans when they were complaining about the blue sky and how it was bad. They made that sky super dark. I mean, it was dark in the manga, but good lord, it was almost black. Out of all the characters in My Hero so far, I think she's probably one of the best designed characters. I mean, damn, Horikoshi. Cannot wait to see these two clash next week, but tell me in the comments down below what you guys thought of this episode. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Like for more anime reactions, reviews, comparisons, breakdowns, rankings, and more. Boy, do the views, signing out.